So the last equipment in the size separation will be elutriation tank. So elutriation tank diagram you can see here. It will be a conical vessel with the suspension of solid inlet at the bottom and the coarse droplet at the center of the bottom of the conical vessel, and the fine powder and the fluid at the outlet at the top side. So in the elutriation tank, what the process is going to happen means, here the powder or the mixture of powder which has to be size separated is first done leviation process here. So leviation is a process of grinding an insoluble substance to a fine powder till it become wet. Means the material which has to be size separated will be first grinded and then it is made to wet. So that substance is kept in the elutriation tank. Then suspension of solid means the water is allowed to pass through the inlet of the suspension of solid. So due to the density of the particles, if the particles are lighter in nature, then the particles will float in the water. If the particle having a higher density, then they will settle as a coarse particle. So the coarse particles will be, due to the higher density, they will be at the bottom, they will be collected at the coarse particle collector, whereas the fine particle will float in the water. As soon as the water reaches the level of fine powder and fluid outlet, it will come out and it will be collected further. So here the dry powder paste made by leviation process is kept in an elutriation tank and mixed with the large quantity of the water. Solid particles are uniformly distributed in the liquid by stirring, and then it is allowed to settle down. So due to the depending on the higher density of the solid particles, they will settle down as a coarse particle. Then which are less in density, they will float, remain suspended in the water. Advantage is this process is continuous. Continuously you can size separate. Depending on the number of fractions required, the same number of tubes of different area of cross section can be connected. Means here, as you are seeing fine powder and fluid outlet, you can give other outlet as medium size particles, very fine, moderately coarse, like that you can give the outlets here. So separation is quick as compared to other methods. Apparatus is more compact, means simple and compact apparatus. This is equipment, but the main disadvantage is here you have to make wet of the solid material and water is required to be added to as for dilution, but that is not suitable for all the materials for size separation. This is the disadvantages.